Okay, we'll now just give you a quick start guide, try and get you going on making these templates really quick. There's not going to be, I will go into more detail about how the templates work later, but right now there's a tool that has been included with this forum post, and that will be, at the very least, a bonus tool in Maya when it gets released. You can either choose to run this text from a script editor or turn it into a shelf button, which is what I've done. So we'll just click it, and it comes up with the window. There's no node selected because you don't have anything selected when you were starting it. So select a node, then reset the editor to start creating views. So you hit OK and the UI comes up. We're just going to use the default settings for now. Select the kind of node that you want to actually control, and we're going to do a transform node right there. So you can see it's transform node, and we'll just go reset editor. So say right here it says it's a transform node, and it lists all the attributes of the transform node right in here. So now we can start creating our views. So let's first go for the let's bring in, we're doing the anim view, so we'll hit the plus sign to bring it in to the view list along with the scale and along with the translate, and the visibility. So now what we need to do is we want to order these. So how we list them here is how they're going to be displayed in the attribute editor. I've always liked the translate, rotate, scale. So we'll select those two and bring them down. We've now got our order. And just for the sake of discussions, we'll use the insert new attribute group right at the top to create an attribute group for a transform. And there we go. Now we've created our anim view. Now we want our effects view to share a lot in common with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually, we can't cut and paste from this UI. What we can do is we can delete the effects view and then copy this view as effects to give us a starting point. Now we have a duplicate of this view. This is completely separate from this. We can do whatever we want to this and it won't come across. Well, we wanted those same things to come across for effects, but we also wanted to add sorry, I think I have to select something first. We'll add a group called display, because it's going to affect the display, and we're including visibility in that. Also, we'll have the overrides color and the override enable. We'll bring those across. We can bring more than one thing across at once, and we'll just change the order. So let's get that up, and bam, there we are. And now for lighting, all we're going to do, we just want to have the visibility. Even though it's just a transform, we'll just control the visibility from here. So we'll bring it across, and we now have our 3 views. So then what we're going to do is set feedback on, just so we see what's kind of happening. Bring up the script editor, and we're now going to create our views and just say create template. Bam. Get a little window that pops up. It says template saved, lets us know it was done successfully, and it gives us a file path. That's where this template file was saved. It also gives us a little warning, you may need to run a refresh custom template command to see the results of the new template. We don't, because we haven't actually used this template before. But if you have actually had a template and you're just kind of writing over an existing one, you may need to run the custom Maya template command right from the script editor or script window. But just go OK. It gives us this path right here, again, where we can save it, and it lets us know where the steps it went through. That's if it should happen to fail and bomb out of it for whatever reason, we'll see exactly where it is. I haven't had it ever do that, but you never know. So now we'll see what a template file looks like. And we've got that one thing we just cut and paste. And unfortunately, it's not done in Windows format. So I'll just quickly change these over ubiquitously, only because my favorite text editor doesn't handle it automatically. But here we go. This is what a view template looks like. It's primarily broken up into 2 sections. The first part is where it actually, all of the attributes get declared. Now, you can declare an attribute that's not used in a view, but if you are going to use an attribute in a view, it must be declared here. Otherwise, you can't declare it, and you can't apply it to a view. Then the second section is actually where we list our views themselves. And our views are defined simply with this line that defines the view. We have a group for transform, if you remember correctly, and there are attributes right here. These three right here. And that's our anim view. There's our effects view with two groups, and there's our lighting view. And that's all there is. And now let's actually see them in action. So let's select our template. Select our transform node, and go to the set current view, and you can see we have multiple options here. So let's set the effects first, and you can see we have all of the channels we wanted right here in the attribute editor. We can change our drawing style, color. We can make it visible or invisible, and additionally we can set the current view to lighting, and voila, there we go. That's as simple as it gets. Next I'm going to go into into a little bit more detail and explain what all these different options kind of do, and that's if you want to step into it a little deeper, but right now you're pretty much good to go. I guess the one thing which I will specify is the pathing situation. By default, this UI brings up the attribute editor templates directory in the Maya program scripts language. Maya scripts directory. This is the default directory for Mel templates right now. And if you actually don't browse to another directory, when you quit Maya and restart it, you will get access to these templates again. They will automatically load. If not, you can actually save them someplace else. You can browse to a completely different directory and save it someplace else. If that's the case, you're going to have it in the Maya custom templates option bar. Now, if we add it by clicking this checkbox, you're going to be able to test it out, but you will lose the environment variable assignment the next time you start Maya. It won't be there. So if you want to just use it and get going initially by default, use that default directory for AE templates, and it'll be there next time, and you can start messing around with it.